Welcome to the first episode of The World is Beep. That is in fact a noise, not a word, just like Prince and his symbol. Basically, these are crazy or funny stories from around the world that feature in crack-up quizzes in Auckland, and myself and Scottish comedian David Stuart play the quiz, go off on tangents and have a laugh. Enjoy. Right, so how do we start this?
I don't know. We have a jingle.
This is our podcast jingle. Doesn't it make you tingle? Make you feel warm inside before we release the title. Crazy stories from around the globe that we'll condense for your earlobe. Put that tide into an aqueduct, 'cause you're listening to The World is
Welcome to The World is That'll be bleeped out. And it's
I
weird
didn't
stuff.
even know we had a name.
Yeah, well, it might change. You never know. And the thing is, hang on, I get it on the telly. HCMI.
What are you getting on the telly?
I'm getting the
Oh, the
quiz.
camera. Oh,
Yeah,
the quiz.
The quiz, yeah.
Fucking hell, you've put some effort in.
Hey, this is it. So basically, the gist is that I write a comedy quiz every week, and then the final round is The World is Fucked, and it's weird stuff that happens in the world, right? So what we're gonna do is play a bit of that quiz, and then just have a laugh and talk about the weird stuff that happens.
Right.
Right. So that's the gist of it, I think. So first of all, sorry, that's David Stuart spelled
Hello.
the correct way, and I'm Alan McElroy spelled it because it's a long story.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not go into it.
Yeah. So here's this, right? This is a bit of home for you. What was a Glasgow Celtic supporter caught using as a supporter scarf? I'll give you options.
I love that you're kicking me off with a sport.
I go straight in with sports, straight in
Okay.
with Scotland. So did he use A, stretched underpants,
Right.
B, an ironing board,
Right.
or C, a child? A, B, or C.
God.
Now, this is where you're from. What do
All
you
with
reckon?
their merits.
Yeah.
I love it. Because
Yeah.
the stretched underpants. I find it odd that the option is specifically stretched underpants.
Do you?
I don't know why, because to me it feels more natural to support your team with a nice pair of pants. I mean, like if he was waving a beautiful pair of lingerie or something and they were green,
Yeah.
You
It
know.
could. It's an option there, so that's what it could be.
but they've been stretched.
Why are they
because he's-
stretched?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
But underpants
Use, I
make sense.
suppose.
Underpants make sense because it's they can get them in the colours.
Can you?
Sure, you
I
can.
don't
I've
really
got,
shop for sports underpants. Do
I've got
Celtic do?
I've got donuts on my pants.
I was like Celtic doing lingerie merch.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
just
why not?
The supporters.
They
shop.
team up with Ann Summers, yeah. Some green knickers.
Yeah.
Some
Victoria's Secret.
yeah.
That
That
yeah,
would work. That would work. You
suppose.
think of like Jerry Halliwell in the Union Jack.
Yeah.
Sure, she had matching knickers and bras to go with that. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know where.
No, I don't think she was wearing a bra, to be honest, when
Yeah,
she wore that tiny
I had
little
that
dress.
picture on my. Well, I didn't have the picture of the Union Jack on my wall, but I
No.
had many pictures of her on my
I
wall.
love that
and
you're
she-
like censored out the Union Jack just that you could look at Jerry Halliwell's
I will not
sexy
masturbate
collarbone.
to anything with a British flag on it.
No, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Or Russia, or
Or
Israel.
Oh, here we go. Now we're political.
no,
I
okay.
like it.
I don't
You're
like
like,
this
no,
one.
no. You know.
No,
I
I'm not-
was about to say something I shouldn't say. You already have to start editing shit
Oh,
out.
stop. I fucking now want to sit down and go through this again.
No. Right.
So, yeah, sorry, stretched underpants. That's a
Um,
possible. An ironing board.
Right. The ironing board, that's a surprising one because don't they have metal detectors and stuff?
Well, it's not a school
suppose
in
you're not
America.
gonna-
You know what I mean?
That is true. Thank God. But I suppose, I guess they're not going to frisk you and find the ironing board, though, are they? Even if you do set off the metal detectors, you just be like,
Is
oh,
there
it's
metal
just,
detectors?
just my ironing board. I don't know. I don't go to Parkhead.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, Parkhead.
I think so. I can't remember.
Well, I don't think it'd be an ironing board. Now, I know the answer because I wrote this.
you
right?
wrote it, so, of
So
course-
I know the answer.
I'm
but
hoping it's child, and I'm hoping that what they did was swing the child like they would have the pants. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
swing a child around.
swing a child.
By
maybe
what
have them-
limb?
I don't know. Kids are pretty sturdy. Probably
Do you
the
know?
head.
do you
You know?
But remember that ad, the milk ad, a child's got more bones than a human's got.
What? A child has more bones than a
What
human.
was this ad? I'm going to try and find it. A child's got
Well,
more
no, a
bones than a
child-
human's
A
got.
child is a human.
Oh, sorry, an adult.
Like, at what age do you become human?
Hang on a sec. I'm going to try and find
Let's
this.
go pro-life as well, you know, whatever.
Like, what I'm trying to say, the ad was about drinking milk, right? And the more milk you drink,
The more bones you get.
the bones solidify, and you become a adult, right? But kids, the bones are like, what am I trying to think of? Like one of those
The
bendy
bones are-
tripods.
They're fragile.
Yeah, they're
Little
fragile.
bird bones.
I'll see if I can find this ad. And fuck, I'll just find it on my phone because it's.
Yeah,
I can't believe
that's
you've
a
never-
good idea for a podcast. Let's look at the advert.
Well, I can put it in. Put it in. Yeah.
but no, not on a podcast.
Oh yeah, but then now I spelled child wrong.
Jesus Christ.
A child. I better be careful what I'm googling here.
Yes.
A child.
How many bones does a child have?
More bones
Just check with ChatGPT.
than adults.
No, I think what you mean is that the child's bones are still developing.
Yeah,
And
but
if you drink lots of milk, the bones develop stronger.
that's exactly what I'm saying. But there was
Yeah.
an advert.
Being like, if you don't give your child milk,
Yeah.
they'll die.
Oh, that's it.
They'll make a terrible flag, scarf, whatever.
Yeah. Hang on. Fucking ads.
Oh, pay for the subscription, for God's sake.
A child's got more bones than a grown-up's got. A child's got more bones than a grown-up's got.
Oh. What is that monster?
That's it. Calcium. Do you not have that ad?
I don't remember this at all. That must be why I've got terrible bones.
We drank. See. So that's my. That
That's
was in
a
my.
scientific stick, man.
Drink milk and then your bones join up.
But
Look, see
why
how.
is it being advertised by a mannequin?
Well, see how rattly the kids are. That's not a manic. That's one of them things that you. He's just sitting down on a chair. That's fucking terrifying.
Horrific. Why would you have such an object in your house?
Oh man, I forgot
Especially
about
if it
that
comes
ad.
to life.
That's weird. Is it like one of them things that you paint? You know, you.
Oh, like a painter's model,
Model,
where you
yeah.
do like a. You can use it to be like, that's how an arm moves.
Yeah,
What are they called?
painter's model, a mannequin. But why? I can't remember. Like, there's a lot of ads from years ago that are banned. Like, remember, Umbongo?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
do. I don't think we can sing that.
no, we won't.
That's offensive.
Kiora. Did you have the
Was there a
Kiora?
song for Kiora? Yeah, because I knew before I moved here, I knew Kiora as a child's juice.
Yeah.
But here it means hello,
Hello.
and goodbye. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure.
But here it has. But someone just took it. Hang on, Kiora advert. As far as I can remember, it was quite racist. But I'm probably
Yeah,
mixing that
let's
up
not
with
play it
Umbongo.
then.
Well, I'm just going to have a look at it. Kiora.
You wouldn't have thought you
juice.
could sell a children's juice using the N word, but there they were in the
There they
90s
were.
doing it.
Kids. Oh my god.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, hang on a
I
sec.
don't know if. I already. Oh my god, that's bad. Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah,
That is ridiculous.
he's got the lips and everything.
Me and my dog.
Did you see the video that's been kicking about recently? A video that's kind of, well, I don't know if it's just been kicking about recently. I don't really pay attention to the news, but Judy Garland, you know,
Yeah.
fabled gay icon Judy Garland,
the-
doing blackface.
Yeah. Let's look her up.
Oh, for God's sake! I don't think that you understand how people listen to podcasts.
No, but I know. But I'm going to put this on the YouTube.
They
and stuff.
listen to it as an audio.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking it up for me,
Okay then.
and I'll describe it. Judy Garland, blackface.
Uh-huh. And I tell you, she's proper going for it as well.
Oh, they did. A lot of them did back then.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
They
how
still
we-
do it. They still do it in.
It's pretty bad, eh?
Oh Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
that's pretty bad.
I don't know how, but she kind of looks a bit like
Well, what's
Britney
really funny-
Spears.
I-
What? How
I
with
don't see how-
blackface does she look like Britney
Oh, she
Spears?
does look like Britney Spears. I never... You'll need to put that picture up specifically because That's really surprising.
Oh my
I saw a
God.
video of it, so she didn't look like Britney Spears in the video.
Did she not do the dance?
She didn't have a snake hanging off her and all that.
Oh, that's where you go. Can't believe I just downloaded that picture.
There you go.
Oh my God.
That's one.
Hit me, baby.
That's one for the bank.
Do you know, what was it? The Dutch shop in the North Shore.
No.
Because you know Black Pete, the Dutch tradition of Christmas is wearing blackface.
Is it?
Yeah, and they dress up as they call him Black Pete. Now over the as they
It's
got
become a
called
little
out.
bit more like the Pokemon Jinx.
I don't know what that is.
Do you not know Pokemon?
I know of it.
Well, there was an original in the original Pokemon. There was a Pokemon called Jinx.
Yeah.
Who's like humanoid, but initially when the Jinx was released, there's a pigeon on your balcony.
Fuck off, pigeon.
But Jinx had like a proper black face and big lips, and then later on they sort of retconned Jinx to have a purple face instead, so that it was a little bit less problematic.
I now have to look up
Is
Jinx.
that what they've done? Well,
So this is
that's Black Pete.
so the tradition in Holland, I think, or Netherlands, is Black Pete delivers gifts or something like that, and. I think originally it was blackface, and then they said, "Oh, it's the soot from the chimneys." And
Sure, it is.
yeah, oh
Yeah, of
I'm buying this from
course.
my friend. Yeah, that sort of, and so they have this Christmas parade. We're still on question one. We have
know.
this quiz. I knew this would happen.
I
That's the
know.
point of it.
See, because I don't know why they just won't let Black Pete in through the front door.
Yeah, like a
That's-
normal person.
Yeah, like,
What if
like
what if
everybody else.
Yeah. What if they live in a high-rise apartment with no chimney? What's the excuse then? Where'd you get that stuff
We
from?
threw the suit at them.
I don't know what happened. I just fell in it. But so up until recently, because they have a Christmas parade, and there's a Dutch shop on the North Shore of Auckland, and only up until recently they were still wearing blackface, driving around in a car, and
And no one cared. Everyone's
people
like, it's
kicked off.
cultural.
yeah. But no, they were saying it's our culture, but everyone else was going,
I mean,
bit racist.
it is a bit.
Well, fuck off pigeons.
What does that pigeon want?
Uh,
There's two of them now.
Yeah, they're
They're
like wet
obviously-
gremlins. Once one pigeon gets wet, and then another pigeon appears. I just also have to say, thanks for listening to the podcast. You can listen on iHeartRadio, Rova, or wherever you get your pods.
Is that something that you say now, or should we have said that earlier?
Just say it, whatever. I'm going to say it about 4 times.
All right, I'll say it as well at one point.
Yeah.
I don't even know what these things are.
That's a piece of paper.
Well, yes, I know, but I'm really glad that you've put it here in front of me. So hang on, I'll try that.
Yeah,
out
go
as
for
well.
it, go for it.
You can listen to this podcast on iHeartRadio, Rova, or wherever you get your pods.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, it's
God,
beautiful.
that's modern.
Now, the thing is, I have to say that to try and get funding.
Oh, are these the people that might fund it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've said it twice. We'll say it again
We'll
later
say it
on.
again because. And how much money will they give?
Oh, I think it's $5,000, but I want
Ooh.
more.
Yeah.
And then we can promote the shit out of this.
Lord knows why.
This is fun. Fuck off, pigeon. There's pigeons on the balcony because the
Yeah.
dog, they go for the dog food, and they'll come in and
Will
they'll
they come into the house?
yeah, and they shit all over the house.
Nice.
So
Fuck
why-
you. Fuck you.
yeah, fuck. So I normally sit there, and if they creep in, I have a piece of the paper and I just
Right.
lash it at them. I
Oh.
have not to
Sorry, I
kill
didn't
them.
know I had a duty sitting here in
Well,
this chair.
I have weapons over there. So
Okay, well, we'll kill them when they come back in.
yeah. I don't want to kill them. I just want to maim them. Give them a
Yeah,
bruise,
yeah.
like paintball.
Yeah, let them go back to the other pigeons.
Yeah, and go, just mad cunt.
Anyway.
Sorry. Anyway.
So my answer is, I hope, child. I think they held up a child that was probably, in all real seriousness, probably wearing the strip.
Okay, that makes sense. And because we've discussed that a child has more bones than an adult's got.
Yeah, because they can blow in the wind.
they can blow
just
in the
like
wind.
A scarf can.
Yeah. Here
the
is
answer?
the answer. Is a kid being
Yes.
used as a scarf. And that's exactly what you described. The kid is wearing the kit and they're waving it around. If you're listening to this, you won't be able to see it, but you can Google it. But I will have the video of this on the YouTube or wherever you
Yeah.
get your video
YouTubes.
podcast. Yeah, all of that
I
sort
love
of stuff.
that. I love as well that nobody else is paying it any mind.
No one has.
No one cares.
Yeah, they're like, that's normal. That's John.
Yeah.
That's John and the kid.
I tell you, I know that's a blurry photo, but
Do you recognize someone?
Well, no. I just think it's quite interesting as well that that one man isn't wearing the strip. Oh, there's two of them not wearing. There's a few of them actually.
Hang
I
on.
thought everybody wore the strip when you went to a football game.
I thought you had to.
I thought you had to as well.
He's-
Otherwise, how do you know who to fight afterwards?
Did you ever get involved with all that football fight?
My family's a bit well, not fighting. No, I mean I'm more of a mastermind type.
Mastermind.
Yeah,
The TV show.
No. Criminal.
Oh,
But,
sorry.
um,
Yeah.
No, my family's a big Celtic family.
Yeah.
So when I was
And
young,
they should be.
Well, yes. When I was young, we went. I got taken to a few games because I think they've got this notion when you're a big football fan
Yeah.
and you have kids that they're also gonna be football fans.
Yeah.
Now, I do find that I've got this prejudice, and this is probably unfair. There's more pigeons flying because you'll be able to hear those wings going.
Yeah. Sorry, I threw Pete.
We have to acknowledge this.
Yeah.
Alan shot a pigeon.
I didn't shoot a pigeon.
But
I
well,
will,
that
though.
was good. I love that they're only on that other roof there, just waiting for another chance.
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Thanks. Yeah, and you can listen to this on. Oh, fuck, where's the note?
Sorry.
On iHeartRadio or Rova or wherever else
You
people
get you.
make podcasts that
Yeah.
hate pigeons.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't hate pigeons. It's just
No.
they're trying to steal
But
my
I think
livelihood.
That there is a niche audience there for people looking for a podcast where pigeons are the enemy.
Yeah. Well, pigeons are the enemy.
Agree. Well, actually, no, because the sad thing about pigeons. You not know the sad thing about pigeons?
They're depressed.
No. Well, they might be, but they were domesticated because we domesticated pigeons. And
Who's
used them-
we?
We humans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not me and you, but we domesticated because I wouldn't know where to begin.
How do you domestic? Yeah. Do you put it on
they
a
were
leash?
Domesticated in the same way that like cows are domesticated now. And then we were like, we've got email now. We don't need pigeons anymore, so we just let them all go.
So there's all these pigeons out of
Just
job.
waiting for you to put an envelope on them.
Just like that's what he's coming here. He's like,
He's like, do you
come
have
on.
any messages you
yeah,
want me to deliver?
gotta spare some change. I've been let go. Just give me one piece of paper. That's the piece of paper
Just
they're
like-
waiting
he's
for.
like, I'll deliver that for you now.
Yeah,
That's why
which-
they keep coming back.
Would you want me to bring that paper?
You're throwing paper at them.
Yeah.
But
I'm giving them what they want. I'm feeding the demon.
That's
It's like
exactly
giving
right.
a drug addict on the streets more heroin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing, giving the pigeons paper.
that's exactly. You should.
Am I a
stop
good
giving them
person or a
paper.
bad person for
Well,
that?
you didn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't know.
I didn't know they were domesticated. See, when you said domesticated, I know dogs and cats and stuff. I didn't know horses or cows were domesticated
Yes, cows are.
because they're still in a field. But the idea of a pigeon being domesticated, I just had this idea of the pigeon sitting down on the sofa, just having a cup
like
of coffee.
cuddling up.
Just like it's something that's domesticated.
No, because things that are domestic, you've got a dog, and Ramsey doesn't get up on the sofa and have a
does.
coffee with you.
He sits like a human. He's a
Does he?
weird dog. Yeah.
Well, he is a strange.
Yeah,
dog.
he's a weird dog.
But he's not gonna like whip you up a fucking plate of scrambled eggs. Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
I don't mean domesticated in that way.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Well, that
he's
makes more
house
sense.
proud.
House, yeah. So the pigeons. So they're just trained. That's what we're saying.
No, we used them, so we bred them to be messengers.
And now AI took their
And then-
jobs.
And
Computers.
now AIs, yeah, they've been automated out of the workforce.
Maybe that's what it's trying to do. Come in and just smash up my computer. Shit all over it. Now you need me.
Where would you be?
Yeah. I built this. I built this country.
You
Yeah, they
people are
come in.
fucking nothing without us.
Yeah, bastards.
I feel sorry for them, but they are disgusting.
I don't.
Cause you're listening to the world is
What's this one? Here's the next question.
Okay.
A UK couple were hit with a noise warning after neighbours complained about what being louder than a lawnmower. You know this already, but I'll give you
know.
the options.
Anal.
Anal. That means up the bum.
Yes.
Their electric lawnmower, their kids, or their sexy time.
Right. Okay. Let's
Right.
take this. Let's
break
not
this
make
down.
any assumptions.
Yeah, because it could be an electric
You know, because
lawnmower.
it could be yeah, but why it would be a weird phrase to say that electric lawnmower is louder than a lawnmower? That would be a strange thing to say,
Okay.
wouldn't it?
Well, there's stranger things that you'd say, like a child's got more bones than an adult's got, or a human's got.
That was odd.
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And I love we've got the kids making another appearance here.
Yeah, kids, this is just random, so it's not
Well,
like...
actually, if you've ever lived in a suburban setting as someone that doesn't have any kids, kids can be quite loud.
Kids have a different decibel level.
They do. And,
And when they get together...
if you've got lawnmowers kicking off about you when you're at home during the weekend, you kind of just go, that's annoying, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? But when kids, it can be a little bit more grating. So
Yeah.
I imagine people would be more likely to complain about loud kids than a lawnmower. But to take it to the news like this, those kids would have to be pretty loud.
Like other people's kids,
Like, are they firing guns?
are they are they playing instruments?
Yes. Is it sort of like Charlie Brown's band, like
Yeah.
out there on the street? But then, did you see that video's gone viral recently of Northwest? You know, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I thought you were just giving me a direction. Where's Kerry?
No, but Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's daughter performing as part of the Lion King, the musical.
Yeah,
So it's been out 30 years. So they had a big 30-year concert
yeah.
with like all the professionals, and Northwest was playing Simba for I Just Can't Wait to Be King. And this little girl delivers the fucking worst performance you've
Really?
ever seen. Honestly.
Is it on YouTube?
Appalling. But the thing is, and then you see all the comments, yeah, oh, no, get rid of that. Yeah, Black Pete has no place in this conversation.
No, he's gone. So yeah,
But,
sorry.
you look at the comments, and there's some people being like, this is appalling, nepotism at its worst. all
Yeah.
that, which is true. That's the side I fall on. But then there's other people being like, oh, she's just a little girl, And I'm like, no. Have you never heard of child stars? These kids work fucking hard
Yeah.
to be good at what they do and be on Broadway and all that. But apparently there was auditions running. This is what I saw on TikTok. Whether or not this is true, I have no idea. But there were auditions going, and they'd made it down to 4 kids who'd all done Broadway before and had all this experience.
Yeah.
These little singers. And during the audition, Kim Kardashian came into the room with Northwest and was like, she's on now. And that's how it happened.
What?
But the performance is appalling.
Let's have a look.
Kim couldn't be more proud of her daughter North for her performance in The Lion King. She knows it took a long time before the Lion
That's
King.
just
She
a
walked
news
away
cat.
saying,
Oh, let me watch it.
Yeah. Shut up, Americans. Let us watch.
Yeah, let's make our own.
Here she is. Just skip it ahead. You only need a few
And the
seconds.
thing is, she's Kanye can't sing. Holy shit!
I love as well that all this around her, this
Yeah.
professional production, these dancers and singers and musicians.
God, that was horrible. That is shocking.
Yeah.
Why is someone on their hands and knees? What's going on?
Well, they're being lions and that. They're being
That's
zebras and lions and
That's
stuff.
very sexual. So,
Right.
the UK couple were hit with a noise warning. What do you reckon it was?
I reckon it was probably their sexy time.
Yeah.
I think it was, first time morning anal, and it was probably quite loud. They forgot to spit on it first. I don't
yeah,
know.
forgot to shut the window.
Forgot to shut the window.
Do you know what? I've been doing a routine where I mention sexy time and I ask the crowds, what do you call sexy time? Because then I use what they say in the story, and it just gets an extra laugh, And I tell that story, and I asked, and I got some weird, weird phrases over the last few months. But the weirdest one I got, and it was in Auckland, and the guy said sausage in the hole. I said, what?
That's what he calls.
That's
it.
what he calls
So
sexy
he says
time.
to his wife,
Do you want sausage
"Do you
in
want a
the
bit of
hole?
Sausage in the hole.
And she goes, is it halal?
She goes. she goes, yeah.
That's
And then they go off and have sex.
that's weird.
That's awful.
But yes, so their sexy time. Here we go. Of course. Now that's a
Oh.
reenactment. It's just I think for the newspaper they got him
Oh, I
to.
see. That's not an actual.
That's
picture of
not
it happening
Yeah,
live.
yeah. That's them just showing how it is, saying shush. Couple hit with noise warning after neighbours complain about sex louder than a lawnmower, and that's an interesting scale. That's an interesting audio scale.
That is
like,
interesting.
Do you know
isn't it?
what I mean?
They weren't like louder than a drum kit.
Yeah.
Louder than. They're like. But that's suburban. That's
Yeah.
suburbia for you.
So it's not like louder than a jet airplane or louder than a fridge.
No.
It's the
Louder than a fridge.
yeah. Some fridges are loud. No. So the fridge.
No.
So we got this
Oh
fridge.
God, that sex was louder than a fridge.
It was So every now and again, a fridge makes a noise, right? And when we bought,
No, that's true, actually.
yeah,
that's fair.
I'm not making this up.
No.
So when we got the fridge that we have now, the first one we got was too loud, and we complained, and they sent out a engineer, and the engineer said, nothing we can do. And
This is just
it's
how we
just a
built it.
loud fridge. And I complained again, and this went on, and then I turned up to the shop, and I said, you need to get rid of that. You need to replace that fridge. So they came out to the house, and they said, okay, so the delivery driver's going to drop out a new fridge, and he'll take your
old
fridge.
fridge.
So he came out to the house, and he lifted the fridge up those stairs, and he brought the fridge in. And then I said, so are you going to take this fridge? And he goes, no, there's no room in the truck, and I wasn't told to take it.
Oh,
And I went, all right. So then I put it on Trade Me.
sold it.
Sold it.
Good for you.
Yeah. It was a noisy fridge.
Yeah. Well,
So what was that? Yeah.
wait,
So,
so this couple here,
yeah.
these two people,
Yeah.
they're having such loud sex that they've been hit with a noise warning.
Yeah. But here is what
Which
she
one of them do you
says.
think is the loud one?
I'd say she is. I can hear her from that photograph.
That's fair. Yeah,
You know what
actually,
I mean?
so can
Yeah,
I.
I can hear her voice.
I just like the idea that she's actually just dead silent, and he's like, "Whoa,
Whoa! Ride it, cowgirl! Well, here's what she goes. Meanwhile, our partner jokingly added, the neighbours only have to put up with it for 2 minutes. But that's fair enough. That's funny.
That's
Yeah.
quite funny.
Yeah.
What are they complaining about?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that's sort of is.
I like them. I'd
Yeah.
have a drink with them.
I'd have a drink with him. I wouldn't go to their house.
I would.
Wonder
Because
if
I want to see how loud a lawnmower actually is in that neighbourhood. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, maybe someone has a broken lawnmower.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe actually what they need are quieter lawnmowers.
Yeah, it's
And,
it's not that couple.
No, they're not the
It's
problem.
the complaint
everybody
the
else.
complainer's lawnmower.
Everyone else
Yeah.
is the issue, not them.
Like if you mention something in every sentence, then you have an issue with it. If you're walking down the shop and go, "Oh, the fucking what a lawnmower of a day," you know what I mean? If they just or why are they using the word? Why is the lawnmower? Why is
so
the
bizarre. It's. I think maybe could it be because it's while they're out cutting the grass. That's maybe what it was. The neighbour was out cutting the grass with their lawnmower.
yeah? While they were
and
having
they
2 minutes
having
sex.
2 minutes of sex, and they were like, "Christ, I can hear that over my lawnmower." And then they've gone to the press.
Then it's a phrase. It's louder than a lawnmower. What I also love about this couple is that they can put noodles in a pot, have sex, and by the time they're finished, the noodles are just 2 minute noodles already. Perfect.
That sounds great, actually. Do you think they just leave them by the bedside?
Yeah.
Side, you know, the pot noodle.
Yeah.
Like just pop some boiling water in. You know, put the little
Yeah.
foil over it. Leave it on the bedside table. Have a wee fumble.
2 minutes of
and then
loud
just
screaming.
quietly, in complete silence, eat their pot noodles in the bed.
Noodles are ready.
But do you know what? That is a lasting marriage. That's
That is.
beautiful. I
That
think
is.
that's beautiful.
And I hope they. His head
And
looks
he's
like a
got
penis.
a little twinkle in his eye,
got
doesn't he?
That's because he's got a twinkle in her whispering eye.
In her quim.
Oh, for fuck's
Jesus.
sake!
Cause you're listening to the world is
Where
Right.
did a 2-year-old? Another kid. This is weird. And where did a 2-year-old get trapped in Cairns, Australia?
Where is that?
It's in Australia.
Right. Are we
A,
talking desert or
I think it's a city.
Right.
Cairns, Australia.
okay?
A toy vending machine or a
Okay.
ball pit.
Okay, so A there is basically saying that child is trapped in that town. That 2-year-old's like, I would love to move on.
I am ready to get
I
out
am
of this
ready
place
to get out of this fucking
Yeah.
shithole.
before I become like a Stockholm syndrome and I start
Yeah,
loving my
I
parents.
don't know anything about that town to be
Same,
fair,
to
by
be
the way,
honest.
so I don't know. It could be the loveliest city in the world. Who knows?
Do you want a couple of facts about Cairns?
Yes, let's do it.
Got to get rid of that Black Pete.
Yeah, get Black Pete off your phone. That's a problem.
Cairns is a Scottish place as well, isn't it?
Well, it's a Scottish word. I don't know if there's a town called Cairns, but it's a Scottish word for like a grave. So that's not a good.
So Cairns is where you go to die.
A cairn, yeah. You'd make a cairn for someone that's dead. I don't know. That could be totally wrong. There might be some real Scottish archaeologists out there being like, "That's not what they were, David."
What? Okay, what is interesting about Cairns? Nothing. The gateway to 2 World Heritage areas, the Great Barrier Reef
Oh,
and
that
wet
sounds quite nice.
tropics.
Okay. That's quite cool.
Why is Cairns popular? Home to the Great Barrier. That's all right.
So you can get to the Great Barrier Reef from there.
Yeah, and that's not to
Okay.
be confused with Great Barrier Island off the coast of
No, of course
Auckland.
not. No, because we all keep making that mistake. You hear
Oh.
the Barrier Reef's dying, and you're
Yeah.
like, good. And then you realise it's the Great Barrier Reef, not Barrier Island.
Is
and
it?
that's a
Why is the
shame.
Barrier Reef dying? Is because they don't have electricity. Because they go off a petrol motor. So we
They've run
can't.
out of penicillin.
It's someone should every time you go. No, I haven't been there for a while. I love it.
I've never been, actually. I feel
yeah,
bad
if
for
we ever
slagging
bring
it.
the gigs back, I'll get you over there. It's a lot of fun. It's an insane place.
Is this not the place where you guys wandered into the radio station?
Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, can we talk on the radio? And the guy was like, yeah.
Were you there?
No.
No.
I just know about it.
Yeah, we so they have this radio station, and you don't have any other radio station. It's just what they have on the island,
Yeah.
right? And so every time I went there to do a gig, we would go there monthly to do a gig in the Irish bar for Orla, and it was great fun. And then COVID happened, and it just wasn't the same. But so or whatever. So every time I went, she'd say, go to the local radio station and just tell everyone that the show was on tonight.
Aye.
So you just rock up and walk into the
How many
station.
people live there?
I can't remember, but it's because it's off the grid, so they have generators and solar panels and stuff.
Goats and that.
Yeah, they boats
They
and
milk
stuff.
their own goats. and
Yeah,
things
they
and-
milk goats and they make go. Sometimes they milk the billy goat, and that's a different type of cheese. And
That
the-
is a darkest of cheese.
it's the darkest of cheese. It's the black peat of cheese. No, it's
black beat of cheese.
Fuck's
That's
sake.
the Judy Garland.
That's
of
the Judy
cheese.
dancing around. And yeah, so you just walk in and to the radio station and you go doing a gig tonight in the Currick, blah blah blah. And I've done it a few times and I just become so used to it. So whenever I brought a comedian over with me, they were shocked. So first of all, when you land, you fly over in a tin can, right? You fly over in a
They
Great
practically
Barrier Air.
catapult you over, don't they?
Oh, well, yeah. And they fly. And the thing is, if you're last person on the airplane, you have to shut the door, right?
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And they put me up front before, and I was so tempted because the steering wheel moves in the passenger side when the pilot moves it. You know what I mean? So when he turns left, the steering wheel in front of me
So you're
goes left.
actually so there's no enclosed cockpit. Like you can.
You're
see
there.
the
He turns
guy.
around and talks to you. Yeah.
Jeez.
And so I'm sitting there. They put me in the front before, right? Because I've done routines about them, slagging them off, and because the pilots are young pilots. It's where they get their air miles. And then when a storm happened, the old Silver Fox had to come over and get it through the storm.
Right.
And it's just they
Where did he come over from? Did he just sort of appear from a back room?
just the Silver Fox, just like X-Men.
Don't
I'm
worry-
here.
Don't worry, Charlie.
Yeah.
I've got this. Now.
I've got this.
Stand aside, boy.
I did a joke before where the kids flying the plane, you could hear and it was their testicles dropping for the first time. You can hear, you can hear the pew like, we're gonna go flying to Great. We're gonna go flying. You can hear them go through puberty, and I used to crack jokes about that, whatever. And anyway, so it was a packed flight, and the pilot says, "Do you want to sit in the front?" And I said, "Yeah, right." So.
When do you ever get the opportunity to sit in front of a plane?
Exactly, yeah. And I'll never do it again.
No.
And so I'm sat there, and so the other seat belts are like a car seat belt, but in the front it's a five way, right? So there's one comes up from the bottom, two over the shoulder, two around the side, and then click.
Why do they protect the pilot more? Than
I
the
don't know.
passenger?
It's almost as if they think the pilot was more important.
Well, I feel like I suppose because I guess if you're in the car seatbelts at the back, there's kind of crazy turbulence. The passengers could go flying.
Yeah.
You don't want the pilot to move.
No, like sometimes you have to trim the herd, and if someone gets injured. But I'm sitting there, and the pilot cracked a joke to me, and he goes, "Oh, you don't have to fasten the one down there, down by between your legs. Just let it hang." And I thought, he's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a laugh. So because he said that to me, I started talking to him and cracking jokes and stuff as we were taking off and going up in the air. And then he turned to me and he goes, "Sorry, I'm busy. I'm working."
Oh.
And I went, "Oh shit, okay." So then I sat
To
there.
be fair,
I know.
he was flying a fucking plane.
Yeah, but
I
I
love
just
Would
wanted
you
to
do the
chat.
same in like surgery? You got a
Yeah.
surgeon, you're like, "Oh, that surgeon looks like he's a good laugh."
Yeah.
Like, hey,
What's going on, doctor?
hey, what are you cutting out now?
Yeah,
eh?
can
And
I
he's like,
get a
"Do you
shot?
mind?"
I have a knife. You know what I mean? Got a penknife. But he said that, and then and so I sat there, and the steering wheel in front of me moves, like I said, and I had used every power within me to not just
Touch it.
readjust the steering wheel, you know. So I never sat in the front.
Did you not just sit there like, wait, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Wait. Nah, I
Make
got because he
make
just
him nervous.
because he didn't like me then when I started cracking
Sad,
jokes.
isn't it?
Yeah, well,
You were like, this was supposed to be the experience of a lifetime.
this was
and
supposed
now
to be
it's
the
ruined.
best time of my life, and it wasn't. And then we go over. So yeah, so so she flies us over, and then I went in to do a promotion for the radio, and then the woman goes, "Oh, by the way, can you just do a couple of promos for the radio station, like voiceovers?"
Speaking of promos for radio stations,
Listen you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Rover, or wherever you get your podcasts.
there you go.
So I did that, and I did that in the studio, in the thing, and they use it. That's their. They just have this Irish accent going. You're listening to 8 FM, blah
They
blah
still
blah.
use it now to this day.
That's apparently so, yeah.
Wow.
So when I first got there, so when you land, they leave you they leave a car in the car park. The Orla who owns the pub, and the key is in the car, right? So she sends you a license plate, and you walk around looking for the car, and then you open it, and then you get in it, and then you drive to the venue, the pub, and she puts you up in accommodation. So, and the only station you can get is that radio station. So before I started doing stuff with the radio station, we were listening, and there was, say her name was Sharon, and she, hi, I think it was, hi, you're listening, hi, like really sort of the
Hi,
accent.
it's Sharon.
No, it was really sort of like bogan, aggressive. You're listening to Sharon, Shazza, because you're listening to Shazza. So on the radio, we're gonna play this song next by Bon Jovi, and then you can hear her rustle through stuff going. Oh no, not that one. Oh no, not that one. Right? Yeah, and I'm cracking up in the car listening to her, going,
so
"This is brilliant." Right? So we went.
Poor Sharon.
I know, Shaz. I went and I did the gig, right? And I was having a laugh with the crowd, and I goes, "Oh my God, that radio station. Holy fuck. The Shazza? Does anyone here know Shazza?" And one of the biggest fellas I've ever seen in my life goes, "Yeah, that's my mother." And I goes, "She's brilliant." she is amazing at what she
We all
does.
know each other, because I don't think there's. Oh, I don't know. A quick check. I don't know how many people live there. Can't be that many.
It's quite it definitely has weird swinger vibes. It's a insane sort of
Maybe
place.
I should go then.
You'd love
Anyway,
it.
What were we on?
Sorry, Cairns. Right.
Right,
I don't
so-
think I know the answer.
Yeah, you know the answer. So we've got a toy vending machine. The child was 2. It would be a bit strange for them to be climbing into a vending machine.
Okay, yeah.
Unless their parents had put them in there for some reason.
For some publicity.
Well, could be. Or they've been like, you've got tiny little hands, Victorian era
Yeah.
factory working style.
And they don't have as
Get
much
your little
bones.
arms through there and use your flexible bones.
Yeah,
to
your
pull
little
that
kid
out.
bones.
Yeah. I think the answer is probably ball pit.
Okay. And that makes sense because
Because of all the context.
yeah. Well, let's have a look. It is in fact
Oh, and look at him. He's actually...
he's in there
he's-
so long his face has melted.
Oh my God. And it's a little Crash Bandicoot toy crane game.
Yeah.
I love the guy standing, the reflection of that man.
Taking the photograph.
He's
Hang
like-
on, kid. Let me get this picture.
I
But
don't even think he's related to that child.
He
I think
should-
he's just like, that's fun. That's
He works
funny.
there, does he? Hang on,
think
before
so.
we get your kid out, I'm getting a photograph.
Yeah.
But this, when I wrote this question and I looked up this image, this has happened quite a lot around the world. There's another kid,
Oh.
and how did that kid get in there?
He's quite a big kid.
He's a big kid. Like that looks.
And look at them, they're all hysterical.
Yeah. And there's another kid. If you're
Little
listening on the
Aryan
podcast,
boy
you have to watch.
trapped.
Yeah. Like, "Ah." And again, take a picture before you get on
Oh,
with it.
that's funny. And there's
Yeah.
another one trying to
Another
get
one
in.
trying to get in there.
Oh.
That is brilliant. So that happens quite often. Next question.
That real good day.
Next question will be released next Friday. Thanks for listening on your podcast things and watching on your visual things. Follow us both on socials. We need the attention, please. Thanks again. Bye.